For this week's First Chapter Friday, I'm going to be reading And Then Boom by Lisa Fipps. I must admit, I have not read any of her work before, but I will tell you, her website is worth a visit. It's full of fun and quirky kind of facts about her, which tells me she's a pretty creative writer. I'm excited to see what she does with And Then Boom. Just as a heads up, this book is written in verse, so I've decided to read the first 10 pages because there's really not a chapter 1 for me to pick out from it. So, without further delay, here is And Then Boom by Lisa Fipps. Just like Superman. My name's Joseph Oak, and since an oak tree grows from an acorn nut, Grandmom calls me a little nut. And if Mom's around to hear it, she adds, I'm allergic to nuts. It isn't nice of Mom to say that, but she's not known for saying or doing nice things. But I never thought she'd do what she did. I never thought a lot of things, like I'd be on the news and the whole wide world would end up finding out about the moment I flew, just like Superman. Origin story. I'm not a superhero. Straight up not. I mean, yeah, sure, I flew like Superman once, but I don't have any special powers unless you count my ability to be invisible and to survive. I do have one thing in common with superheroes. I have an origin story. So does Grandmom, who's from England. Mom, who gets the itch, my best friends, Hakeem and Nick, Uncle Frankie, who's not really my uncle, and my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Swan. Each of us has an origin story. The story of how we all became who we are. This is my story. And when you read it, I want you to remember something. When Superman summons every ounce of his strength to survive something others can't even imagine, he's the same person he was when he crumpled to his knees, left helpless by kryptonite. He's the same person he was when he was Clark Kent, just living day by day, invisible to the world. Superman's the sum of all his moments, and so am I. Why the world needs comic books. In comic books, superheroes use their powers to help others, defeat villains, and save themselves. Good triumphs over evil, giving you hope, something to believe in. Comic books remind you that even when horrible things happen, it can all work out in the end. And thens and booms. Every story boils down to and thens and booms. And thens and booms are all the moments when something happens that changes everything. It could be bad, and it could be good, but it's often not. So always pay attention to and thems and booms. Scratching an itch. I'm only allergic to one thing, poison ivy. I learned that the hard way one day when my basketball rolled into the woods. Leaves brushed across my face as I parted them like curtains to find the ball. When I woke up the next day, I looked like, well, pretend you need to blow up a big balloon and fill your cheeks full of air. Bigger. Bigger, bigger. Now squint. That's what I look like. But worse than how I looked was how I felt. An itch is the worst. You can't stop thinking about it. And the more you try not to, the more you do. Plus, you just have to scratch it. And then an itch itches even more. It's almost impossible to live with an itch. Prepare for takeoff. My grampy was a pilot. And my grandmom says you can always tell when a pilot's preparing for takeoff. They start ticking boxes on a checklist, and the list is always the same. Tick, tick, tick. My mom's like a pilot when she gets the itch. That's what I call it when she gets restless and wants to take off. Her itch takeoff checklist goes like this. Stares out windows, sighs loudly a lot, swings like a pendulum, from sad to mean and back again. Tick, tick, tick. Mom leaves for days, weeks, months. You never know when she'll take off or when she'll come back. But you know takeoff's coming. Tick, tick, tick. Mom's first takeoff. The first time I remember Mom taking off was on a sweaty, sticky summer day. We lived in the gingerbread house then, the color of graham crackers with the fancy white trim. It was old and didn't have air conditioning. Mom sighed as we sat on the porch swing, hoping for a cool breeze. She pumped her legs, and the swing creaked as we rocked. My legs stuck straight out, too little to dangle down. As soon as I spied yellow wings with black tiger stripes and a blue tail, I jumped down to chase the eastern tiger swallowtail, and Mom chased me. All I wanted was to hold the butterfly, but every time I got close to it, it took off. "What on earth is wrong with you? Who tries to trap a butterfly?" Mom yelled, picking me up, carrying me back to the porch, and plopping me down onto the swing. I flinched when the screen door banged as Mom went inside the house. She came back out with her purse slung over one shoulder and her keys jangling. "Where are you going? I go too," I yelled, scooting off the swing. She didn't even look at me. She just went straight to her car and got in. Slam! Squeal! Vroom! Mom took off. I hopped on my big wheel and pedaled down the sidewalk trying to catch her, but my little legs just couldn't keep up.